Introduction. So when I grew up in a house, with a good work ethic, a solid foundation, and good parents. They divorced when I was 18, but I had a good life. I worked when I was 15. Then when I turned 19, 20, 21, I started, holding down 2 jobs. And, I was smoking weed on the side. And I was doing Molly, ecstasy. And, none of that shit helped me. I just like getting high. And honestly, it was the worst thing for me. Because when I started smoking meth and fentanyl, it killed any type of work ethic, any type of motivation that I had to keep working. I lost that motivation. I became bipolar, schizoaffective, and I became depressed. And that's because I chose drugs over my family. But, the way my mom raised me, she raised me, to be, a solid, person. She don't care if I believe in Christian, Catholic, Mormon. She just wants me to find God. And I find God in everything I do. There's so many coincidences, synchronicities, that come into play. Like, I got a dude across the street. My last name's Burns, and I got and brother Burns is right across the street. And then there's another dude that lives like a couple blocks down, but he's right there to pick me up to go to church. And the person that runs this residential, he's a pastor, and I went to church with him last Saturday, and it was a good experience. It taught me to love myself, and it taught me to believe in God, because God believes in me like He believes in you. And when I used to get high, I prayed to God all the time. And then I stopped praying to God. I started praying to anybody that would listen. But God was still listening, because He brought me here. He brought me a place to rest, and then to rest always on Sundays after church. So, God works in mysterious ways. And those ways can help you, like they helped me. I'm not a pastor. I don't run anything religious-wise. I'm just a normal person that's an addict, trying to talk to addicts, religious people, and non-religious people. Because I feel like my story could, bring a lot of people together. I got more to talk about, but I'll post that tomorrow in another video, because I'm going to need to get some rest so I can recharge and, be a better version. You always want to strive to be a better version. Not of what you were yesterday, the day before, but what you're trying to be in the present moment. So just be something, be somebody, you are somebody, and just know you're somebody.